Discernment, discipline, and self-protection help you protect your purpose. I have been crafting dances since I was a child. My mom always being like, you gotta, teach. I locked in and I had a pretty semi moment. Prior to that, we had another video that kind of went, actually a few of them. This period was a time frame where I was going full throttle with taking classes and showing up for myself. It reminded me that everything I believed about myself, especially when I was younger, is true in a positive sense. There were a lot of wounds and things to revisit, more good than bad. You know me, I'm a shadow work girly. I kind of talk a little bit about that through this vlog. You get to see me rediscovering my passion for dance. This was my first time diving into the dance world in LA, and there was so much to learn. Constant reminder that an artist must learn to validate themselves rather than rely on external validation for worth. I began dancing at the age, I want to say 3. Absolutely hated it. I didn't pick it back up until I was 7. I didn't fall in love with dance until I was 12. Then I was like, wait, I get to express myself in so many different forms and genres of dance. I think I'm kind of good at this. Starting off as the youngest person in the room was a challenge. It definitely pushed me even emotionally. My studio was a concert dance studio. I am really good at all different types of styles, and I really don't see myself boxing myself into one category anytime in the future. Dance is certainly a source of beauty, discipline, a great place to find yourself, but also push yourself into even more personal growth, even relationally. Anytime you talk to a dancer, they're gonna have the pros and they're gonna have the cons. Definitely was one of those time periods where I got to weigh the pros and the cons. I'm still in love. I'm still in love with this passion of mine.
Okay, so I forgot to film. We did do yoga today and journaling, and we did a ballet class. Sat outside.
So nice.
Just really nice. It was really nice. Today we were working on our zodiacs. Decided to do a page on our zodiacs, the strengths and weaknesses, but also making like a palette, if you will, on our page. Being open-minded that not everybody is exactly like the zodiac sign that we're told we are. So we were just catching up on that and talking about like our favorite recipes.
So cute, bro.
Passing down generational recipes and things like that with family members.
I just wish I could let all teenagers know that if everyone tries to make you feel like stressed because you have to have it all figured out, tell them to let it go, because you learn so much about yourself as you grow, and it's okay if you don't know everything right now.
It's very much
That would be
okay.
my message to young people.
And you have more time than you think. Pretty much what we did today. Ballet was wonderful. We had really solid dancers. Makes it really enjoyable for me. I'm excited to hopefully be teaching more ballet. It really like fuels something in me. Makes me push myself harder. I love that for myself.
We might order in tonight.
I'm going to take a dance class myself later.
Tyra's going to class. I think I'm gonna stay at home and work on some creative
I was
stuff.
reading Art on My Mind by Bell Hooks. It was perfect, almost like divine timing. It helped me get into the question, when you are pursuing a dream, who gets to pursue dreams publicly and without ridicule? I talk way more in depth about this topic in my Substack, linked down below. I am not a love and light girly, though I think I read that way. I get that we have to have the more shadowy parts of ourselves in order to propel us forward, to have more stamina. There is always this looming survival mode in any area of life. The dance world is definitely not separate from that. I have yet again had to revisit those more shadowy aspects. It taught me a lot about leadership versus people who are just seeking power or attention. My advice to young dancers is always stand up for yourself, speak up about injustices around you. When you speak up, you're also protecting other people. If you've been associated with something, it's important that you tell your story. Then you know that whoever enters that space isn't like, oh, I know so-and-so was going here, and well, check on so-and-so and make sure that that experience was good, especially if you're able to inquire. Because that's what real bitches do.
Body matcha. I miss you very much. I'm just baby.
I'm excited to enter into new spaces and find environments where I am viewed as an equal, important member to the team, that I can add value to the space. I think that I 100% was seen as valuable at this time, but there were a lot of politics involved. The more that I'm getting opportunities to teach, it's so important for me to create spaces where everyone feels safe, nipping the abuse in the bud. I too was raised by the generation of dancers that probably had it the worst and understand where they are coming from, but I've seen some pretty gruesome things over the years. I just know that that's not the type of teacher I want to be. If that makes me a less competitive teacher, I disagree. It's better for our mental health and better for our approach to something that is supposed to be liberating and exciting, to challenge the idea that exploitation is simply how it works. This enables hierarchies. I don't necessarily view that as natural or inevitable. If you know you're talented, continue to rise up, continue to show up, continue to pour into your ideas. The more that you do that, the more confidence you gain, the more stamina and resilience you gain. It is very worth it. Wish I would have gotten on film was 3 ravens that came and sat in this tree, and they're screeching at us. My cats are in awe. But also, these 2 butterflies have been going around, and they're like kind of fighting or swirling around each other. And they just ran into me on my shoulder, like completely just ran into me. Very whimsical out right now. Very whimsical, very magical. The animals are animaling, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibes. I love being a woman. I truly do. I had a very outspoken mother growing up. There was a lot of flaws in her mothering. She was a very strong-willed person. And so growing up, I never overthought about living in a patriarchal society much. Also, I was raised Christian. And so when I started to learn about feminism, I really was on board with the concept because, again, I had a very strong-willed mother. My mother was my dominant parent as well. So you view your parent as a god in some aspects. They created you, brought you here. You respect them. You love them. They provide for you. And when your main provider is your mother, you honor that. You study them. In my 20s, early 20s, I started getting into the concept of feminism and learning about patriarchy and how women are oppressed. I understood it to some degree, but you can't really see it until you see it. As time has gone by, and I feel like I cannot unsee it. Living in the year 26, which is crazy, I find myself in this apex of meeting women that are younger than me. And a lot of people assume that I'm 17, 19. God intended that to be for a reason, so I can relate to many people. There's this urgency and need to be picked or approved of, whether that be for resources or attention, simply necessity, survival. Then we are looking up to the women of the other generation. Feels like they're living in a completely different paradigm than we are. They're in a paradigm where being subservient and submissive to this domineering energy is the only way to survive. Being a part of the abuse or enabling abuse is the only way to get by. I'm not in a place anymore where I can people please. I really need to be surrounded by people that support me and that are authentic and can deal with other people shining. There is opportunity out there for everyone to have their moment. There's this instant gratification culture that's underlying. The younger women are in it. We're in the competition. We're competing we're competing with each other. We're tearing each other down. We're being cliquey. We're being hard on ourselves and hard on each other while we're looking for answers to the elder women, and they're like, we don't know another way. There is no other way. You have to go along with the go along, and that's all we're doing. And if you're not doing that, you're delusional. It's really hard. We can live in a very communal, loving, unconditionally loving, compassionate world without the need for this instant gratification that doesn't serve us in the long run. Some women are waking up and realizing that instant gratification didn't serve those before them. It just created more generational curses, allowing abusers to remain in the family, turning a blind eye, poverty, enabling poverty, and blaming the victims and not blaming societal and systemic issues. It's harder to look away from. It's harder to act like it's not happening. I do believe there is patriarchal, systemic, misogynistic oppression towards women, how it steers social media and how it steers everyone's consciousness and how we treat each other and what we think is fair and what we think is right. If your fairness, ability to be right is rooted in someone else's oppression or your own unhappiness and suffering, you would think that you might want to change that mindset, but not everyone is there. Not everyone is there. I feel for anyone that resonates with what I'm saying and is maybe in the position where I'm at, where we tried looking to our mothers, our aunts, our mentors, our leaders at work, our leaders in our career and in our path, and they have these stories that are so degrading and so traumatizing, and there's, in their eyes, no other way. As I was getting this off my chest, I kind of was hoping to have more answers. I guess if I could try to in this moment, which I don't necessarily feel like I have all the answers, it does fuel especially younger generations to feel inadequate, and it sets up this perpetual cycle of abuse. The only way we're ever going to surpass these limitations as women is to see each other clearly. Also to be doing our own work. There's some people that want that validation without taking accountability, having compassion, generosity for themselves, which is why I preach so much about tapping into your feminine energy, healing your inner mother, your inner child, even your inner father. It's so essential. Funny how we blame women for their daddy issues. It could be their dad's issues or their mother's daddy issues. See the bigger picture and try to get to the root. We won't have healthy homes, families, communities if we can't acknowledge the trauma and drama of it all. I don't want to be a man hater. That's not my goal in life. It has taught me to really be more independent and self-reliant and self-validated. If I'm relying on this external validation from a society, from a group, I'm kind of losing myself to that. Care about creating and making sure that I'm aesthetically making what I want to make on a superficial level, and then internally creating a very beautiful experience for myself, feeling through life. It's my experience, and I'm really chasing that internal experience that I want to have versus a fixed ideal outside of myself for my own pleasure and my own enjoyment. My inner child is the creative director of my life. I really want to make her happy. As a young person, I did chase relationships. I did make mistakes. I did all those things, and what it taught me, you can take care of yourself better than anyone else can. You don't have to suffer alongside of someone else. You can suffer alone until you figure it out. That's just me. Do I have any other thoughts? My beans are getting a little, let's see them. They're getting a little chaotic, so we should probably head out. Let me know if any of this resonated with you. Is there any advice that you would give to your 18-year-old self? Comment that down below. They're just linked to their stroller, and I'm pushing the stroller, and they're staying together. They're doing a great job. I made them wait long enough, so maybe that helped, because now they're just excited to roam together. Real sibling vibes. Super cute. And they listen so well to commands. Don't ever listen to anyone that says cats don't take commands. Yes, they do. Tell me this isn't the cutest thing you ever saw. The way the world is at this time, I feel like we've taken so many steps back. If I'm being transparent, and I do feel that Black artists and minorities often innovate without receiving equal recognition or opportunity. I still feel like there could be a little bit more fairness, spaces that are welcoming. They are out there, they do exist. I'm excited to work with new people, so I've been really active about reaching out. Hated the word sessioning. When I would choreograph for something, we just booked space. We're gonna choreograph this on this day, and then we can meet here. The idea of sessioning is so new to me, and I still think it kind of holds an idea of like maybe like superiority, because like artists session, try to remove that from the equation. There is a lot of copycat behavior in any industry. You do want to be discernful with who you work with. Beware of exploitation disguised as networking opportunities. It was very easy to get connected. I've done a lot of personal healing work, and so I've had to draw back and do some more time in solitude. A good thing to know your limits. Also, I go in a little bit deeper about like sobriety, overlooked issues in my Substack. As I continue on my dance journey, it's really important to know that healthy boundaries can threaten unhealthy systems. If you're doing it alone, just know that you're truly not alone. While the dance world can be small or seem small, it's actually quite large. There are lots of different opportunities. Trust the timing of things and how it's unfolding. You want to be a part of the right gigs. Attention is fleeting. Purpose can create more resilience. So have an idea in mind what you're looking to create more of. Discernment, discipline, and self-protection help you protect your purpose. Success should not require self-abandonment. Bell Hooks really pushes the idea of envisioning alternatives when rejecting hierarchy, scarcity, and worth-based performance or proximity. And never take that personally. Remember, art as a tool for imagining new possibilities. That's what this all is for. Creativity should be more than an act of survival. Choose resilience over recognition, self-validation over external approval, and protecting your spirit while you continue to create. The Substack itself was definitely not an easy one to write. It's actually one I didn't really want to revisit, but I think it is important to remember for myself and for my own journey. Make memories that you want to look back on and feel good about. If you're overstaying or overworking, take note of that and focus on the things that you do want to see. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog, and with that, I leave you. For more ways to read, watch, and work with me, all my links will be down below, and I hope to see you guys again soon.